Hi everyone, I'm Lauren and today I'm going to talk you about why your business strategy does not work. And why am I here? Well, because believe it or not, a company or a business and nature have way more things in common than what we think they have. A company and nature are systems. And I mean a set of things working together as part of a mechanism. Every single of these parts has a different function. And it doesn't matter which one is this function because the point here is that they work together to reach the overall goal of the system. In a company, this overall goal will be grow, brand awareness, get more customers, you name it. In nature, on the other hand, the goal is survival. Then, if the parts of the mechanism work together efficiently towards a goal, then they will eventually reach that goal, right? A company will be successful, and in nature, let's say that a species will reproduce and grow forever, right? Well, as you can imagine, things are not always that easy because efficiency might work without any constraint in a perfect world where your system is not affected by anything else but itself. However, in the real world, which is far away from being perfect, your system, your company, is embedded within a bigger system, the market. And in the market, as you might know, there are loads of relationships. Some of them are cooperation, others competition, and there are also loads of variables and parameters that you can't control, like the market share. And in this scenario, it doesn't matter how efficient is your company if you're ignoring everything else that's happening around you. In fact, there have been companies that were very successful, like Kodak or Blockbuster, that went bankrupt and no longer exist. On the other hand, there are also other companies like Uber that emerged from nowhere, have grown a lot in a relatively short amount of time, and have changed totally our way of perceiving public transport. Is Uber then more efficient than Kodak? Not necessarily. But let's go back to nature for a second. As I said, nature is a system whose parts work together toward a goal. In the same way as Kodak, as Uber, and as your company. But nature has other very special characteristics. Nature is also a very prudent system that has memory. Think in terms of your body cells. Your cells remember virus like the flu, so it doesn't affect you over and over and over again. And you might think, yes, but I get the flu every single year. And you're totally right. But that's because the virus of the influenza mutates every single year. However, your body cells are smart enough to adapt to the new scenario. And that's basically why the human species hasn't disappeared because of the flu. Nature is also a system formed by millions of other systems. And the interesting part here is that these smaller systems form relationships between each other. Some of them are relationships of competition, others of cooperation, others are parasites. And actually, it doesn't matter the kind of relationship they form because they work together in order to make that goal become a reality, which is survival. And are these characteristics and not just efficiency the ones that have allowed nature to survive way more time than any other system that you can imagine? Companies like Uber are successful not just because of efficiency, which of course is very important, but because of adapting into a new environment that other systems had ignored. And yes, I'm talking about technology, but not just that. Uber is successful because it's a system that has memory, and I mean memory in terms of learning and correcting the mistakes and deficiency of the previous system, the taxi system. Deficiencies like overpricing or poor customer experience. And last but not least, Uber is successful because it's a system integrated by smaller systems, in this case, drivers. And all these smaller parts work together in order to reach the overall goal of the system, which is making Uber work. Kodak died because of lack of prudence, lack of understanding of the system, lack of adaptability, and very little cooperation with other systems. And most important, Kodak died because its business strategy was designed to address simple goals, selling products in a stable environment. And this strategy worked incredibly well until the 90s, when the revolution in communication and technology changed our entire lives. And it's been almost 30 years since the 90s. And you might ask yourself, are we stable now? And the answer is no, we are not. Because we live in a relatively unpredictable and complex world that changes over and over and over again. And in this complex world, linear strategies like the more I work, the more I success don't work anymore. You and I have been told all our lives to work harder in order to get anything we want, right? But guess what? In this planet, there are almost 8 billion persons that at least once in their lives have been told work harder in order to get anything they want. Can you just imagine what will happen if the half of them, 4 billion persons, will implement that strategy and try to work harder in order to get anything they want? Nothing. It wouldn't happen anything. And the reason is because every single person, company, business, living being, you name it, every single one of us has a different set of challenges, constraints, problems, different characteristics, different environment. And the simple strategy, work harder and you'll get anything you want, can't work for 8 billion persons. Not even for 4, not even for 1. Should we just forget about strategy and start working willy-nilly? No, of course not. Because without the observation, analysis, and planning of your business and its environment, your business has very, very high chances to die. But didn't I say that we live in a relatively unpredictable world? Why should we bother then to plan anything? Because by the understanding of what has happened previously, we can adapt to the new conditions and try another approach. Because there is not a universal solution or strategy in order to achieve success. In order to craft a successful business strategy, you need to adapt that strategy not just to your niche, but also to your own situation and your own time. And you have to have memory and understand what has happened previously. And you need to observe your business as an integrated part of a bigger system where what happens outside your business is as important or even more than what happens inside your business. And you need to adapt that strategy again and again and again. And you have to remember again, you have to implement again, you have to analyze again, plan again, and redefine it again. For how long time? Well, as long as you want your business to last. Because there's no strategy that can last forever without adapting it to the new scenario. But what happens if you don't know where to start in order to build a successful business strategy? Well, don't worry if that's your case, because at Viking Mark we've designed different guides and templates to help you through the process. You can find all of these resources for free on our website, so you'll find the link in the description box. If you need more help, you can of course contact us and we will help you personally in order to build a perfect strategy for you in order to grow your business. You will also find the details in the description box. If you liked this video, like it. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to this channel. And that's all for today. I hope to see you very soon. Thank you.